Look around you. I want you to really look, even through a screen. Take it in a little bit, the light hitting the trees. Maybe the branches, how branches move, the greens, hues. There's so multiple. Do you feel something? Don't you? Even just watching this feeling is not nostalgia. It's not some aesthetic appreciation. What you're feeling right now is your nervous system doing something it almost never gets to do in the modern world. It's returning to baseline. And today I want to tell you what that means, why it matters, and what the science and the ancient wisdom traditions have been trying to tell us for centuries. That nature is not backdrop to your health. It is medicine. A specific, measurable, documented medicine, and you have access to it. I'm Dr. Slobodan Nešović, a licensed clinical psychologist and a founder of Psycho-Enalysis, a framework that integrates depth psychology, energy science, and the spiritual dimension of human experience. I'm filming today in a place that matters to me. I'm on the Big Island of Hawai'i, a place where the land holds something ancient. And that's not an accident. In today's video, we're going to move through 3 layers, the same structure you know from this series. So the body, mind, and the soul. But today, nature is the lens for all 3 layers. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what happens in your body when you spend time in nature, why it is one of the most clinically supported mental health interventions available, and how to access something deeper, a dimension of healing that goes beyond cortisol and brain waves into the territory that every spiritual tradition has always known. Let's begin. I want to start with something specific, a molecule. In 1928, a Russian biochemist named Boris Tokin discovered that trees release chemical compounds into the air, volatile organic compounds that he called Phytoncides. From the Greek phyto, meaning plant, and side, meaning to kill. He was studying why trees don't get sick, why forests don't rot from within, and what he found was that the trees produce these airborne compounds as a kind of biological immune system, protecting themselves from bacteria, fungi, and insects. What he didn't study, but what Japanese scientists began investigating in the 1980s, is what happens when human beings begin to breathe them in. In 1982, Japan's Ministry of Agriculture coined the term Shinrin-Yoku. It translates literally as forest bathing, in the atmosphere of the forest. Simply being present among the trees, breathing. Dr. Qing Li at Nippon Medical School in Tokyo has been the leading researcher in this field for over 20 years. His findings are worth stopping for. When people spend 2 to 3 days in a forest environment, natural killer cells activity, the immune cells responsible for destroying cancer cells and virally infected cells, increases by the average of 50%. 3 days, 50%. That increase lasts for 30 days after the forest exposure ends. The primary driver? Phytoncides, alpha-pinene and beta-pinene, compounds released primarily by cedar and cypress trees. And here in Hawaii, in a valley like this, those same compounds are in the air, in this air right now. I'm breathing medicine. If you're in a forest, you could be breathing medicine. Now, what about the nervous system directly? In 2019, a research team at Hiroshima University published a study specifically examining forest bathing in people with depression and anxiety. Their findings confirm what earlier Japanese research has suggested. Exposure to forest environments produces measurable reductions in cortisol, your primary stress hormone, as well as reductions in blood pressure, heart rate, and self-reported anxiety. But the effect was strongest in the people who needed it most, people with elevated baseline cortisol, people who were already carrying the weight of chronic stress and depression. They showed the most dramatic reductions. Nature doesn't give everyone the same dose. It gives you what you need. The autonomic nervous system, the system that governs whether you are in fight or flight or rest and repair mode, responds directly to natural environments. Stephen Kaplan's attention restoration theory, developed at the University of Michigan, demonstrates that natural environments restore what he calls directed attention, the focused, effortful attention that modern life depletes constantly. In nature, a different attention engages, effortless, involuntary, soft. The mind stops working so hard to filter and manage, and it begins simply to open. This is not a metaphor. This is a measurable neurological shift. This is what is happening in your body right now. And every time you step outside, breathe slowly and let the green in.